Hi, I'm Rick McQuarrie, Bus Bustin' Free. This is my lovely wife, Jeannie.
Hi.
And the camera person is Portia, my daughter-in-law. And my son and grandson are sitting there in the co-pilot seat.
We're just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here, yeah. They're rushing me to get this video made. We are getting ready to pull out today. It's a very exciting day for us. We've been about 11 months getting this bus together. We bought a 35-foot International 2009 dog-nose bus. We've raised the roof 14 inches. We painted it. Put a luggage rack on the top of it, put 2 air conditioner heat pumps, RV type heat pump air conditioners on it. Those have come in really handy because a lot of this we've been doing in the winter time. We put a 5-foot deck on the back of it. The deck is made to haul my 4Runner. I've got a 700-gallon haul 4-wheeler that I'd love to take with us, but on this maiden voyage, we're not going to have room for it. Seems like no matter how big your bus is, you need just a little bit more. But this is the living room area. I guess you could go up here first. You saw the camera system. I've got a 4-camera system, left, right, front, and back. That records. So it's also a security system. Got her sign, Bustin' Free. Jeannie got that made off Pinterest somewhere. Got a little glove box up there in the front. That's something, that's just a spot that's a void back there. And you can put stuff up in there. So I cut the sides off and made that little, I'm going to trim it in later. And then, yeah, I've got that's all the paperwork for all the new stuff that's on the bus. We have this window. These are temporary. This is just a piece of ISO board that's stuck up there, and it'll come down in the summertime or when we don't need a lot of heat and air. But right now we're in central Kentucky in the wintertime. And yesterday morning it was 2 degrees, so it was a little chilly, and we had to get the kerosene. We've got a kerosene heater here for backup. We had to get it fired up. But anyway, coming on back through here, first thing we have is the mantle with the TV on it. We have a little 12 volt power. Charge your phones, tell you where your batteries are at. Right now we're on shore power, that's why it's 13.5. Then you can turn it off so it doesn't take any amperage. We just have a regular TV with a DVD player. Now I have a string here. Everything, of course, moves around when it's on the bus. This is on one of those stands that will do this. So what I do when we're traveling is I take this and I tie it. So you can tie that up, and it ties it back to the wall. I can do it real quick here. This video is going to be way too long. But anyway, tie it back to the wall, and then it won't move. One thing we did, DVDs, we've got a lot of DVDs, but we put our 20 favorites in an old CD case. That way if we're traveling and we don't have TV reception, we've got a way to do it. Coming back into the kitchen area, we've got the pantry. Pantry held a lot more food than we thought. There's a lot of groceries in there for 2 people. So that one whole shelf is rice and beans. So rice and beans, beans and rice. Saltines and Slim Fast, Ryan says. This is our countertop. Daniel Derringer's nice enough to give me an old workbench. We flipped it over to the better side, sanded it down, made enough area so we got a little bar area, not much. The washer dryer combo sits underneath there. And that is a Equator brand. There was a lot of brands. That's the 3rd one we ordered. The first one came in destroyed. The second one never showed up. And then that one we finally got. We've got, well, for traveling, that's our Instapot. It has to go in the sink. Like I say, we're getting ready to pull out today, so you can put stuff in the sink if you're trying to move. But the sink is one of those, you know, everybody likes the sink. But it's also a very deep sink. One thing you have to worry about, and I put it in my other video, if you have the sink that with this thing that pulls down, you have to have room for that weight to go down through there. So I had to split this top drawer to get the weight to pull down in there. So that's the silverware drawer, silverware junk drawer. Coffee pot, we're just using a regular coffee pot right now because we're going to be boondocking when we first get there. We have no power, no water, nothing. Got a Rec Pro stove, just about everybody has those. Got our microwave and our refrigerator now. This is all strapped down. don't know if you can hear that, but they're strapped down tight to the wall and to the floor. We can still open them and use them, of course. So much food in there, dear. We got to get that filled up yet. But they're not going to be moving around. I did take it on a test drive, and it was solid as rock. I guess we'll finish up this little area. This is a Chester drawer. This is a dresser that we had in the house. We don't like it because it's 16 inches deep. I'm sorry, it's 19 inches deep. We need one that's 16 inches deep so we can have more clearance right here. We can get through there, but you're rubbing no matter what you do. Then we come over to the bathroom area. Bathroom, pretty standard. We got our pump system, tank levels, sink. Under here is the hot water heater. So it's a cheap propane hot water heater, instant, on demand. Under here we put our shavings because we have a composting toilet, but that'll hold a full bale of shavings. I made it, used to work at a place that sold shavings, so I made it to fit any bale of shavings made. So of course this is a composting toilet. Our composting toilet's 7 gallons. It's a little deeper than some. And then coming around here we have a full 32 by 32 shower, which we have some stuff in the bottom of it because we're getting ready to travel. But under the shower we're building over the wheel wells, so we have place for shoes. And then we have, this is a barn door. This will be painted, and I'd like to actually make it out of actual barn lumber from our farm in Eminence, but I don't know about the weight. And that we also tie that back going down the road. If you don't, it goes everywhere, so I just tie around this roller and strap that down. Everything has to be tied. Our lights are all on one light switch, or not all of them, but most of them are on one light switch at the front. Jeannie, hit that light switch there. And that turns off all the lights, so when you're leaving, you're not going to run your battery down. Or you can turn them on and off individually by sliding these. So, we don't have our curtains up yet. Coming through to the bedroom, we have a closet rod. We don't have a lot of room for closet. I think most of these vehicles are like that, but we have enough room where we can get just the essentials. That shelf is not done yet. I still have to do some bracing on it. Right now we can't put anything on it going down the road. We're have more of this ISO board. All of our windows are left open except the 2 at the bathroom. Yeah, 2 at the bathroom and mantle, the shower and mantle. We had to close those off permanently, but the rest can be opened and closed as the seasons change. Our bed, we went with a Casper Element bed. I love it. We've slept on it a couple times already. It's built up. Underneath the bed is 145 gallons of water capacity and a big storage capacity. Right now there's a ladder under there. We still have one large tub to put under there, and that ladder will be kicked to the back deck with some of these tools. So, coming on back to the back, we have a couple things going on here. This is off Amazon. This is it's 240 volt. Actually, I have 50 amp shore power coming in, and also 12 volt. It also charges the house batteries off of this when you're plugged into shore power. This is the thing that makes 12 volt, 120 volt inverter, and the inverter switch is not hooked up yet. I'm just running it manual, but there's some more stuff I can do when we get there. This is the battery box. This just has 3 heavy truck batteries in it right now, but it's going to have, when we get our solar system set up, we'll have some of the better, either Battleborn or some better solar batteries. Everything else back here is pretty well standard. Of course, it's higher. The bus is 14 inches higher, so the back door is 14 inches higher. It's going to be a nice day today. Coming out here, these are 2 gas bottles that I had, but I think I'm going to leave one small because I can get this at any convenience store and replace it if I have to. This I have to go to a Tractor Supply to get it filled, or a gas place. This is my ladder going up to the luggage rack. It's very secure. I don't know if you can see on top there, there's a canoe up there. And of course, got Bustin' Free, that's who we are. This deck is strong enough. We're going to be towing a full-size Land Cruiser behind us, an LC100. Normally I would have, like I say, I built this to put the four-wheeler back here, but where we have bought some land in Florida that we're going to work and turn it into a small farm. So I've had to take some tools for fencing and gardening and such with us. So, and then that box takes up too much room. I can't get the four-wheeler on here now, but I'll get it on here later. I think that's about it.